Hey everybody, welcome back to Kat's Kitchen. I'm so glad that you guys are back here with me again. Today we're going to be doing some meal prep for the week. So we're not going to do freezer meals today, but we're going to prep some fresh food for the week. So I'm going to show you what we've got going on right now. I'm going to prep stuff for salads, and I have some soup in the works right now that we had let me see, it was a rotisserie chicken from Sam's Club. It was about $5 or $6. We had salads off of that and just ate the meat off of that for a couple days. And then now what I did today is I pulled the rest of the meat off of there. I'll show you that later, off the bones. And then I put all the bones, the skin, all the collagen, all like the jelly stuff that comes off of the chicken into our pot of filtered water. I just have 4 cups of filtered water in there. And then I put all of those components in there, and then just salt and pepper. And I have the lid on here, it's just simmering away. So I'll show you that in a little bit. But what I have going on here first are our vegetables that I'm going to prep. What I've noticed is whenever I have fresh, fruit and vegetables that are chopped and washed in a container in the refrigerator, I'm more inclined to use them. So that's kind of what I've been doing. I've been doing this now for about a week and a half straight, and thankfully I've been able to have a salad just about every single day, and some days twice a day. And you may ask, oh, well, do I get bored of that? Well, I think if you have enough components where you're making your salad different every day, just even a little bit different every day, or even switching up the dressings, or like how you make, if you make your own or whatever you're going to be making. I'll show you the one I've been enjoying. It's from Sam's Club. It's a white lemon and basil balsamic. It's really, really good. Mark likes it as well, so it's really tasty. So yeah, so that's kind of why I'm encouraging, you guys out there to just, this could help encourage you to eat healthier. And just, especially with the garden season coming up, we're going to have a lot of produce coming in. So we kind of have to know how to process them so that we'll obviously eat them in a timely manner. So here we go. So I'm going to show you guys what we're working with down here. In our sink here, I just have a colander of bell peppers and then cucumbers. I sprayed them with our vegetable spray. And I got our little vegetable brush here. I'm just gonna scrub these up. I do have 2 more peppers, so I got these from Sam's Club just a couple of days ago. They come in a bag of 6. I already have eaten 1 pepper because, like I said, I eat a salad at least every day. And I also use peppers. These foods, whenever you see me prep them, they're not just for salads, and that's kind of why I like them. I use peppers and onions for eggs, for other dishes, for sandwiches. I definitely use cucumbers for other sandwiches. So there's really a lot of variety that you can utilize these vegetables for. Now, I always buy the cherry tomatoes just because I don't like the way that beefsteak tomatoes or aromas taste from the store. So if it's not garden season, unless I buy them from the local farm. If I buy them from the local farm, which isn't open yet obviously, then I don't mind buying their beefsteak tomatoes. But yeah, the ones in the store, they just taste like they've been frozen and thawed out, and they taste like they're an absolute mess, to be honest. So this stuff's all from Sam's Club. These long cucumbers, these long skinny cucumbers, I cut them in half so that they would fit. They're about this big, and you get 3 in a pack from Sam's Club. And I also got a big box of spring mix. But what I noticed about the spring mix, I might as well just chat with you while I'm chopping, is I wound up, because it's the organic spring mix, and you used to have an option of getting like a regular or an organic, and nowadays I noticed that it's all organic now, which is fine, but it is a lot more costly too. So I want to be able to be transparent with you guys about cost. Whenever I bought the organic spring mix from Sam's Club this past time, I feel like it had less in it from the one that I bought from Aldi's. The one from Aldi's, and maybe it was just a fluke thing, they were about the same price. I think they were about roughly, you know, $5 for the big box, the big package of it. So yeah, just to give you guys a little tidbit on what's going on there. Alrighty. Yeah, I know I hear people all the time, they say, oh yeah, I'd love to eat more salads or eat healthier, but my produce goes bad so fast, or I don't know, they tell me reasons why they don't, and I'm just wondering, well, are they just letting it, are they really realizing how long it's sitting in the refrigerator? And then by the time they notice, or it gets pushed to the back, and by the time they notice, is it bad by then? You know, those are the things I think about, because I can understand, I know sometimes Walmart carries bad, quote unquote, bad produce, as in it may look good whenever you buy it, but it goes bad very fast because the way they keep it before it gets to you. Like a lot of them do freeze it, you know, and then they'll thaw it out and et cetera, et cetera. So then you get a bad product. I've bought brand new potatoes before from Walmart. And when I got them home and cut them down, all of them, like 80 to 90% of them were rotten on the inside. So that's also a thing to think about. Obviously, you can see I'm just deveining my peppers here. You don't need to do this. That's totally your preference, whatever you want to do. And then I'm just rinsing the seeds out, just so that they don't interfere with my cutting. So yeah, so just a little grocery situation there for you guys. So what I like to do with my peppers, so that I can use these for multiple different dishes, is I will cut these in strips. Okay, I'll cut all the peppers in strips. I will cut my my cucumber. I just like it like in half moons. Okay, perfect. And my purple onion, I love to use purple onion for salads. I've already cut it in half. I'm going to take out the root. And depending on how big it is, this one's a little bit big. I have a smaller onion here, but I just really like it in thin little shaved pieces like this. Okay. So that's pretty much how I'm going to cut up all these vegetables. And then I have a container here for the refrigerator. I'm just going to pop everything in there nice and neat so that whenever I need it, I can pull it out. Okay, everybody, so I have all of our veggies chopped up. I'm just going to show you what we've got here. I've got my bell peppers in here with some beautiful red onion. And then I have a whole bowl of cucumbers and half moons. I got out our cherry tomatoes and I've washed them. What I do is I wash them and then I just put them right back in the container that I got. And this is also from Sam's. It's a 2-pound pack. And this is the spring mix that I was telling you about. So you can see we just got this on Saturday and it's already half gone. Saturday, and today is Tuesday. And I've already had my salad for the day. I'm gonna make this for a lunch for tomorrow. So let's see, Thursday when I go shopping, I'm gonna have to get more spring mix. But that's okay. It's a good problem to have because it's like, okay, well, we're eating healthy and I don't mind buying healthy food. But when the garden comes in, then we'll just be utilizing that instead of going out to buy the veggies. So as you can see here, I'm just kind of slicing down for 2 reasons. One, so the bowl will fit a little more comfortably, and then also so that when you pick it up to eat it with your fork, it's easier to eat, especially if you're outside of the home. Okay, so we've got that, and then this is as easy as it is. So I just chopped up my lettuce a little bit. I literally come in here, Obviously my hands are clean. I put however many cucumbers I want on there. I start with the easy stuff first that I don't have to chop down. And then I pop some onion on there. And then what I do is I take a little bit of each color bell pepper, and then I just slice them down a little more. Because the reason why I prep them in slices is so that I can use them for multiple different dishes across the board. And then whatever I need smaller pieces for, I literally just chop like this. I don't even need a cutting board for this part. Believe me, it's 10 times faster. I highly recommend this. So then I just put however many peppers I want in there. I throw a few of these, beautiful tomatoes in there. And then I just make sure it has enough. Now you can put meat on this if you'd like, if you have it. That's what we alternate the meats depending on what we have on hand. Tuna would be great. That lasts a good while in there. If you want like a meat that's separate that you want to heat up, I would just put the meat in a separate container, a smaller one, and have it heated up. I've given Mark sometimes a salad and a burger on the side because sometimes he doesn't want to eat the bun or anything. So I'll just make my burgers. He'll heat up the burger on the side. I'll give him some salad dressing, and then we'll call it a day. And then the other thing I like to do is I do like to put a little bit of cheese in there as well. This adds some protein as well as just a little extra something. This is Gouda cheese if you're curious. This is also, we get this at Sam's Club. We just love this. We'll eat this as on charcuterie, with a charcuterie board, or on salads or sandwiches. And it's usually around $8 for, I believe, close to a pound, if I'm not mistaken. Let me see what this one was. Okay, unit price was $4.68 per pound, and this one was $7.82. That was the total cost on that. So this salad is pretty much done unless you wanted to add some meat to that. Totally your option. This is the white basil and lemon balsamic vinegar that we just absolutely love. You can tell we've been eating this now for about a week and a half and it's almost gone. This is one of their bigger ones. This is also from Sam's Club. This is around $4 or $5 for this large container. But I do have to say, just like I told my friend Ashley, I said, anything that's gonna make me eat more vegetables, I am all for it. And it's not ranch dressing, so it's better. You could probably make this homemade if you really wanted to as well. I just wanted a little extra convenience so that I know that I'm getting it done. I'm getting the mission complete, as it were. So that's why I'm also going through and prepping all these veggies. And just look how nice they're gonna look in the refrigerator. Like, doesn't that just make you wanna dive into them? And so yeah, perfect for salads, sandwiches, charcuterie, a snack. If you want to dip them in ranch, you can. That's perfectly fine. In any of your favorite dressings. It's just better than the alternative snacks that might be processed. So at least, we're encouraged to eat proper food. So that's what I like to do there. And next I'm going to show you how our soup is coming along. The broth is getting really, really dark, and I'm really impressed about that because I don't make homemade bone broth a lot. I maybe make it a few times a year, but every time we have a chicken or a turkey, I always like to boil down the carcass just because that's just the way I was raised, not to, be a little more frugal and really appreciate all the ingredients that you have. And so that's what I just want to share with you guys today. So for dinner tonight and probably for the next couple of days, I'm going to be making us a chicken and vegetable soup. We're going to add to that, I have some cabbage, carrots, celery, onion, and I even have some sweet potatoes that need to be used. So this is a good time that if you have things either in your pantry or your refrigerator that are kind of looking a little limp, or the life is slowly leaking out of them, now it's time to get them out, wash them up, cut off the bad. If you still have a good portion of good, then that's what we're going to use for our soup. And I'll show you that here shortly. Okay, everybody, so here is our beautiful deep broth. Like I said, all that I had in here were all the chicken bones, the skins, the cartilage, salt and pepper. And I just let this boil for, I think it's been on for about 2.5 hours now. Okay, then over here I have 1 medium onion. I have the rest of the celery that I had because it was looking a little sad. It needed to go. So I think I have about a half a stalk of celery, but it was a small stalk. And then in here I have a good, oh gosh, what do we have in here? Underneath is a quarter of my cabbage. I didn't want to use the whole thing because it's a small batch of soup. And then I had the rest of my carrots too. I probably have a good maybe 4 to 5 carrots in there. So we're just gonna add these all in here. And I'm gonna spin you around so I can use 2 hands. Okay, so we're just gonna add in our veggies. Like I said, I strained all this broth, got all of the chicken parts out of it. If you have animals, you know, maybe, I'm not sure if animals are allowed to have those bones. Maybe you can tell me about that, because I don't have any, we don't farm any animals at the moment. And then we're just gonna put all these veggies in. That is something I'd like to learn about though, and grow those skills with farming animals eventually at some point, and just getting more knowledge about that. Because I know depending on what type of animal you have, there's certain foods they are and are not allowed to have. So, all right, so we're gonna start off with our veggies here. We're gonna bring this back up to a boil. I should have enough salt and pepper in my broth already to season these veggies because I seasoned it pretty good. And when I was tasting it, it tasted a little, just a little spicy from the pepper. And there you go. See that there? Just give it a good stir. I'm gonna put the lid back on. And we're gonna let these veggies get soft. Bring this up to a boil. And I'm gonna set the timer for about a half hour and just come take a look at it. And then really from here, all we're gonna do is taste to season. So we are gonna season it up, you know, however you like. If it needs a little bit of chicken base, or if you're not crazy about using chicken base, you can always use a vegetable base, that's fine. It's practically a vegetable soup. And then I do have a good portion of chicken that I pulled off the bones that we'll put in there as well for our protein, just to make it more of a rounded meal. If you're vegetarian, you can definitely leave out the, you know, the protein. What I would do if I was gonna leave out the protein is I would add another vegetable to it probably. You can really add in anything you want. I also have my sweet potatoes too. I am gonna peel these and put them in because I just have a few with a few spots on them. But like I said, that's really what all this meal prepping and planning is about, is just going through your pantry, your cabinets, your refrigerator, your cool cellar, and just seeing what needs to be used and then create a meal out of that. So I will show you guys what the soup looks like when we're finished, but I just want to thank you guys right now for just watching all of my videos. I really appreciate you watching. Please like, share, and subscribe, and I will see you guys on the next one, but I'll show you what the soup looks like at the end. All right, everybody, so here is our beautiful chicken and veggie soup. You'll see a lot of chicken in there. I got a lot of chicken off the carcass. So definitely if, you know, even if you don't necessarily need to be frugal, I would recommend, you know, doing this because then it's going to help with food waste as well. So, and it's easier on the pocketbook. So to this, I added garlic and onion powder. I added minced garlic. I added poultry seasoning. It already had a good amount of salt and pepper from the broth. And I put salt in the broth too, but I just added a little bit more salt just to kind of bring it up to where I like it, and it is absolutely beautiful right now. So I'm gonna get a bowl of this, and I just wanna thank you guys for watching. Oh yes, and I want to let you know, I started out with 4 cups of broth for this. However, after we put in all the veggies, it ended up being 5.5 quarts now. So we'll be able to have this for lunches and dinners for the next coming couple of days. And whatever's left over, I'll just freeze it for, you know, a later date. So thanks guys so much for watching. Please like, share, and subscribe, and I'll see you on the next one.